Morning. Today's chat, I want to talk to you today about motivation. I think with everything that's happened with COVID, we're sort of all starting to slowly get back to normal. And it's about now having to motivate ourselves to basically get out of those pajamas, get out of those tracksuits and get back to some normality. And some are struggling with this. Some are quite fearful of going back, worrying about catching COVID, all sorts of things. So I thought, let's look at motivation. So we'll probably do this in 3 parts. So this is part 1. But if we look at motivation and just look at what motivates you as an individual, many of us are motivated by different things. Some of us are motivated by money. For some, it could be recognition. Some, it's just achievements. Some, it's just doing what they're passionate about. But motivation is the fuel for life. It's the reason for doing what you do. Now, I've often said to my clients, for us to grow as individuals, we need to set goals. And it's interesting. Some of us are natural goal setters. Some of us don't want to set goals at all. Some of us think, I don't want to set myself up for failure. It's all too hard. So they don't look to the future in setting those sort of goals that can help them grow as an individual. I want to stress here how important goals are, because goals, again, can be something that motivates us, but it does help us grow as individuals. And I want to read this to you, and you can weigh it up whether you think it's true or false. It says, goals are the driving force that powers your motivation. Positive personal motivation is the fuel for life. It's the reason for doing what you do. Goals are the answer to self-achievement and self-improvement. Goals will shape your life. They become your destiny. Now it says without goals, the opposite occurs. You can have little or no purpose, no direction, and often then you can obtain an attitude about life. So guys, that alone should show us how important goals are. Goals are the driving force that power your personal motivation. So maybe stop and look and think, what goals have you got? And to make a goal, I'm not going to go into the process, but the first thing we have to do is just to stop and think. And many of us don't do that. We are so busy on this treadmill of living, trying to survive. We're creatures of habit, and we don't stop and think, hang on a minute. Am I happy? Do I like the person that I've become? Do I like the friends that I have in my life? Do I like the career path that I'm pursuing? Or am I just doing it for the sake of it? Do I like the friends that I have in my life? Do I love living where I live, or am I just living here because of family? Guys, these are great questions to get off that treadmill and stop and think about. We need to have that time to think about, what do we want? If a doctor said to you, you had 12 months to live, what do you want to do with that 12 months? It's so important. And I'll tell you why it's so important that we take this time to think about ourselves as individuals, about what we want. Because there's that saying, it is so true. We get one shot at life. That's it. And we're living it right now. So the question is, what are you doing with it? And if we look at the real journey of life, we all start life as this beautiful baby. And if we're lucky, and I'll tell you, if you're lucky, you're going to live to the age of 90 years of age. Now, if you do live to 90, many have all their capabilities and many are fine. But the majority of us will be weeing in our pants and dribbling. We'll revert back to a baby. That's the journey of life. That's reality. And further reality to that, every one of us is going to die. Don't know when, don't know how, but we know that will be our future one day. Now, a lot of clients say to me, oh, Sonia, don't go there. I don't like talking about death. I don't even want to think about that word. Death frightens me. I disagree. I think death can be our motivator. If we can accept that death is our future one day, that will motivate us to get on with our life, start thinking about the things we want to do, start setting goals so we too can grow as individuals. Guys, we often take for granted that we wake up every morning and we've got another day. Oh, I can do that tomorrow. I'll do that next week. Guys, there's no guarantee to life. We have 20-year-olds today dying with bowel cancer. We have accidents happening. I look at my sister. She died when she was 18. My brother died at 42 with a brain tumour. My closest girlfriend was diagnosed with breast cancer and passed within 3 weeks. My closest cousin, she was a money dealer with the ANZ Bank, dealt with millions every minute of the day. Ready to get married, car accident, brain dead. None of us know what tomorrow brings. I also know I'm going to die. And I think, how lucky am I that my sister went at 18 and I'm now at 59? How lucky am I? Every day is a gift. So guys, do you appreciate the fact that you have every day? You have days to grow. You have days to set goals. You have days to push yourself out of your comfort. But you've got to get off that treadmill and you've got to start thinking, what is it that you want? And that can be your homework for today. What is it that you want? What we're going to look at in next week is our next part 2. We're going to look at how the universe does throw things at us, and we don't want to be victims to what the universe throws at us. So that's what we're going to look at tomorrow. So for today, what we've looked at is different things motivate different people. We've learned the importance of goals, how they're the driving force that power your personal motivation. So ask yourself, what goals do I have? And if you don't have goals, get off that treadmill. Take some time away quietly and think, what sort of person do you want to become? What sort of friends do you want to have in your life? What career do you want that you can be passionate about? Where do you want to live in your future? Just because we live where we do now, it doesn't mean we have to live our whole lives in this one destination. There's a whole world out there to experience. Guys, are you excited about life? Are you excited about living now past this corona stage? Get excited, because what we've just learned is we have one shot at life. Life can be very short, so don't waste it. Start achieving the things that you want to achieve in your life. Get excited about it. Get yourself excited about the challenge. Too many of us are frightened about the challenge. Don't be frightened. Get excited about the challenge, because you're going to grow through this experience. So guys, look forward to part 2. We'll continue on then. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.